88. Unveiled, author's POV. As the sound of the slap echoed through every corner of the room, someone turned off the music. A dreadful silence followed. Lavanya glanced around before grabbing Ruhi's hand and dragging her away. She led her towards the washroom while Jackie rushed to his friend, Balram following close behind. "What did you do?" Jackie demanded. James stared at him in disbelief. "What the fuck? Instead of asking if I'm okay or what happened, you're asking me what I did?" James frowned. "I warned you," Jackie reminded him. "I lo, Toby?" Balram suddenly remarked, looking at James with an amused expression. The American guys furrowed their brows, unable to understand what Balram had murmured. Jackie rolled his eyes and turned back to James. "Are you stupid? I told you not to play your idiotic tricks on girls here." "Okay, fine. You did. But with whom? That dangerously crazy woman Ruhi?" Balram tensed, jerking his head towards his boss. He suddenly realized that Dawson had known from the beginning that it was Ruhi and Lavanya. Panic set in. He didn't want his boss to find out who had actually brought them here. Glancing around nervously, he tried to hide his face behind the crowd, checking if anyone was watching. "Wasn't she the same girl who tried to block you from your girl's life? I recognized her and thought I'd teach her a lesson." James shrugged. "What? You knew it was her? And despite that, you still messed with her? Are you out of your mind, you lunatic?" Jackie scolded. "I was just having some fun with her," James replied nonchalantly. Jackie huffed, pulling off his mask. "That girl doesn't even need a reason to be violent. She's always ready to slap someone and her action mode is always on. And you thought you'd teach her a lesson? Tell me, how exactly?" he asked, nodding at James. After a brief pause, James hesitated before removing his mask as well, swallowing hard. "What did you do?" Lavanya whispered harshly as soon as she pulled Ruhi into the washroom and shut the door behind them. "Are you mad? Did you forget what you told me about keeping our identities hidden?" "Yes, I told you that. But I'm mad now. Very mad at those guys and their entire generation," Ruhi shouted, pacing the washroom in frustration. "That bloody asshole. Do you know what he asked me to do?" Lavanya frowned. "What?" "That American bastard ordered me to entertain him and his friends. He told me to dance on the table in front of those low-life morons. Can you believe that? How bloody dare he?" Ruhi was breathing heavily, her teeth grinding audibly in anger. "But he didn't know it was you. He thought you were one of those girls, that's why he—" "Are you seriously justifying his disgusting demand?" Ruhi cut her off. "No. But they don't understand India yet," Lavanya tried to reason. "Oh, shut up. I don't care what planet he's from. He has no right to force a girl to do something when she says no. Even if the girl belongs to a red light area. What did he think? That he could make me do anything and I'd be his plaything?" "No!" Ruhi shouted, her eyes blazing with fury. Lavanya winced. "Shh, calm down. I think people are already starting to suspect us," she said, growing worried. "I don't give a damn. I'm not letting this go just like that. That man out there is dead for sure." Ruhi pointed her index finger at the door. "How are we supposed to get out now?" "I think we should find a way to escape from here," Lavanya suggested. "Stop being such a coward, Lavi. Those morons should be scared of us. Let them face us. They'll soon realize who they messed with," Ruhi said, staring at her reflection in the mirror. Lavanya exhaled loudly. She knew there was no stopping this woman now. "What? Whoa. 1 second. You did what?" Jackie was stunned after hearing how James had tried to teach Ruhi a lesson. James shrugged again. "You totally deserve that slap, man." Jackie shook his head slowly, looking at him with pity. "You should be supporting me. I was just teaching a lesson to that girl, the same one who never missed a chance to insult you." "Oh, shut up. No one has the power to insult me," Jackie scoffed. "She's a crazy woman, but I would never do to any girl what you just tried to do to her." His annoyance with James' stupidity was evident. "I was just taking revenge on your behalf," James argued. "Are you drunk, you idiot?" I'm not. James turned to the people standing around him looking for support. "Right?" Silence. Not a single nod. No one backed him up. He huffed, glaring at them all. "Bloody backstabbers," he muttered under his breath. "I think this party is over," Jackie announced. Not yet. A loud, powerful, feminist voice overpowered Jackie's words. Everyone turned towards the source of the voice. It was none other than Ruhi. She still had her mask on, with Lavanya trailing behind her, looking hesitant. Balram, standing at the far end of the crowd, sighed. "I lo ek musibat kasama dan nahi ek ar musibat agai." Not yet, Mr. Jackie Dawson. Ruhi stepped forward. And his so-called bachelor friends. Her fiery gaze locked onto James. And let's not forget, this man right here tried to insult me in front of everyone. Your oversmart friends are just like you. Bloody perverts. She snapped at Jackie. Hey, watch your language, Jackie interrupted, clenching his jaw. Lavanya swallowed hard, feeling awkward in the situation. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she spotted Balram's turban. Without hesitation, she slipped away behind him. Instead of calling his name, she tapped his right shoulder. Balram, completely unprepared, jumped in fear. "Ay!" The not-so-manly sound he made caused Lavanya to wince, and unfortunately caught everyone's attention. The entire crowd turned to stare at them. Embarrassing. Jackie shot Balram a frown before rolling his eyes and looking away. Slowly, the crowd's focus shifted back to the main issue. A few minutes later, when the tension had slightly settled, Lavanya whispered, "Balram, sir, please, do something. This argument is going nowhere and it's already 10:25. We were supposed to leave at 10 sharp. What can I do? Tell that creature to calm down, only then can we get out of here. She's got everyone's attention." Balram replied, nodding towards Ruhi. "She's not listening to me and she won't now. She's too angry," Lavanya said, looking worried. "Ufo. Jwalamuki jab fatahoga na tabi ya bandi paitahu yahogi," Balram muttered. "Huh?" Lavanya frowned, confused. "Her head is always at boiling point. One day, it'll explode and burn everyone down," he commented. "Sir," she sighed hopelessly. "You promised me that you two would keep a low profile. That was the only reason I agreed to bring you here. But look, she's broken her promise. If anyone finds out I was the one who brought you both here, what will people think of me? Especially Jackie, sir." Balram continued rambling. "Sir, I need to go home. My parents don't even know I'm here. They think I'm still asleep in my room. If, by any chance, they check..." Okay. Let me think of something," Balram interrupted. While they were busy figuring out a way to escape this mess, Ruhi was busy blaming James and his friends for mistreating her. Jackie sighed. He knew this was going to be a long night. "What did you think? That I'd be easy to play with?" "Listen, mister, you don't know me yet. If you really want to, ask your groom." She pointed straight at Jackie. Jackie met Ruhi's gaze but remained silent. He knew she was right. James glared at his friend, but Jackie immediately rolled his eyes away, avoiding eye contact. "Whatever. You're here because we paid your boss. That's all you are for tonight, aren't you?" James sneered, letting his eyes sweep over her. "See? Look at this creep." Ruhi gestured toward James, her furious eyes shifting to Jackie. "I am not your property, you moron. I came here for my friend." She stepped forward, her eyes widening with anger as she warned James. Lavanya buried her face in her hands the moment Ruhi accidentally revealed the truth. "I ladkito kudubegi, sath mainhum dono nubilai dubegi, dum got ke mainu marne dairada hai iska." Balram muttered under his breath. "What do we do now?" Lavanya whispered, panicking. "Ek mint." Balram thought deeply for a moment before suddenly leaning in to whisper something in Lavanya's ear. "No," she shook her head. "Yes," Balram insisted. "But, no buts." He ignored her hesitation. "Are you sure?" she asked again, uncertain. "Go now, don't waste time." Balram gestured for her to move. After a brief pause, Lavanya nodded. "Okay." Following Balram's suggestion, she slowly walked toward Ruhi. Standing behind her, Lavanya glanced around nervously before leaning in and whispering, "It's 10:40 now. Let's go home, please." Ruhi didn't move. Her eyes remained locked on James, but Lavanya's words had reached her. "I think you two should leave. Ahem. You're ruining the party, aren't they?" Balram stepped forward, trying to divert everyone's attention. The crowd murmured in agreement and nodded. Jackie knew what Ballroom was doing, but he didn't want Lavanya to leave so soon. "Yes, fine. We're already leaving," Lavanya announced, grabbing Ruhi's arm from behind. She tried to pull her friend along, but Ruhi refused to budge. "Ugh, come on, let's go," Lavanya whispered loudly. Ruhi stood her ground. "No, wait, I will go, but only after this man apologizes to me, right here, right now," she demanded. "I lo hogaya siyapa," Ballroom muttered to himself. One of the guys standing next to him shot him a glare, as if he had just heard some offensive slang. In response, Ballroom glanced back at him and muttered again, "Badai a bachelor party karna." The guy looked amused and pointed a finger at his chest. "You talking to me?" "Is there anyone else here?" Ballroom replied instantly in his mother tongue. The guy frowned, clearly not understanding a word. "I don't understand, man." He shrugged. Ballroom stared at him for a moment, then finally said, "Me too." "That's not possible, girl." James gritted his teeth. "Everything is possible when you're in India," Ruhi stated. "Forget it. You have to apologize to Jackie first for those hands of yours that you have no control over. And you should also apologize to my friend, your boss, for constantly attacking him with your verbal taunts every chance you get. Then I'll say sorry," James countered. "Are you out of your freaking mind, mister?" Ruhi huffed. "You both are freaks," Jackie muttered, rolling his eyes. Lavanya and Ballroom exchanged glances, both growing increasingly irritated with the never-ending argument. As Ruhi and James continued ranting at each other, Jackie suddenly shouted, "Enough!" Most of them flinched at his commanding tone. "You lot, leave us alone. Go to the other side," he ordered, pointing at James and his friends. As they left, he turned to Ruhi. "And you're going home right now." Ruhi opened her mouth to argue, but Jackie cut her off. "And you," he said, turning to Lavanya, "are coming home with me." Lavanya blinked in confusion. Jackie then walked over to his friend to see him off. "I think he knows who I am," Lavanya whispered. Ballroom and Ruhi turned to her with identical "what is wrong with you" expressions. "Obviously," Ruhi scoffed. "And you are the reason," Lavanya accused her. "Oh no, you two are not starting now," Ballroom interrupted. "I'll drop you home. Come with me." Ruhi had nothing to argue about. "I told you to be careful. Why do you always mess things up unnecessarily?" Jackie asked, watching James slumped in a corner. "I was just having fun. Thought I'd make her feel guilty for what she did to you," James explained. "Really? Well, then you're even more stupid than I thought. After everything I told you about that woman, you still decided to poke her?" Jackie huffed in frustration. "Please, don't use your brain for the next few days. That would actually help all of us." James exhaled sharply and said nothing. Jackie stared at him for a few seconds before finally announcing, "I'm going home. You guys enjoy the party, but be sober when you show up tomorrow. Am I clear?" When no one responded, he repeated, this time a little louder, "Am I clear?" "Yes, yes, yes." They all snapped to attention, including James. "Good. See you tomorrow." Jackie turned on his heels and walked back to where Ballroom, Lavanya, and Ruhi were waiting. "And you?" Ruhi asked Lavanya. "Don't worry, she'll be home safe," Jackie announced as he reached them. "Unlike you, Miss Ruhi, I don't bring people to unsafe places. I actually think things through before acting on them." His tone dripped with sarcasm. "Look," Ruhi started again. "No more arguments, Miss Ruhi. You've done enough for the evening. Now let me take over from here." Jackie cut her off. "Ballroom?" Jackie gave a curt nod, addressing him. "I'm dropping her home, sir," Ballroom replied without waiting to be asked. Ruhi cast one last glance at Lavanya before heading towards the door, Ballroom following behind. Once they left, Jackie turned to Lavanya, making her feel a wave of nervousness rush through her. "You can remove that mask now. No one here knows you personally, but I do." Saying that, he walked outside. Lavanya bit her tongue before reluctantly following him, removing the mask as she did. At the entrance, Jackie handed his car key to one of the hotel staff, who went to fetch the car while the two of them waited. Lavanya reached into the pocket of her formal trousers to check the time on her phone, but it slipped from her fingers, landing first on Jackie's shoe before falling to the ground. Jackie glanced down, then back at her. "Sorry, it slipped. I was just checking the time," she said nervously. Jackie could tell she was anxious, but he kept his expression cold and unreadable, deliberately making her more uneasy. He bent down to pick up the phone, but as he did, his eyes caught something on the screen. The message box was open, displaying all the texts he had received that night from the so-called kidnapper. Holding the phone, he read through the messages, while Lavanya remained completely unaware of what had caught his attention. Unlike most people, she never felt particularly possessive over her phone, so she had completely forgotten about the prank she had played on him a few days ago. "What?" She frowned when he gave her a "why is this still here" look. "The texts," he reminded her. "What texts? Did Dad text?" she asked, inhaling sharply, suddenly alert. "No, the texts sent from your phone the other day." Lavanya was still confused. "The guy who stole your phone and sent me weird messages asking for money, claiming to have kidnapped you," Jackie elaborated. Her eyes widened in realization. She quickly blinked away, trying to conceal her nervousness. Yeah, that. These messages are still here. I wonder who sent them." Jackie narrowed his eyes at the screen. Lavanya gulped, shifting her gaze from him to her phone, then back again. "I need to find this guy. You know, I even tried tracking the location that day, and it showed your apartment building." Her eyes widened again. She forced a nervous laugh. Maybe some kid from my building did it?" "No, that's not possible. He also sent me some very unusual adult words. Why would a kid do that? And your dad said he couriered the phone. How could a kid do that?" "I'll track him down tomorrow. I need to check the courier package to find out which service was used to send it." At that moment, the staff pulled Jackie's car up in front of them. "Let's go," Jackie said. Lavanya exhaled in relief, thinking he had dropped the subject, but as soon as they sat inside the car, he spoke again. "Don't forget to bring me the package wrap tomorrow." She choked for a moment. Package? "Yeah. Don't you want to know who dared to misuse your phone?" he questioned. "No," she replied instantly. Jackie frowned and she quickly added, "No. Yes, of course I want to, but don't you think this is, a busy time for us? We're getting married the day after tomorrow, and right now our focus should be on that." "Yeah, but I'm not the event manager. Neither are you? They're handling everything. Chill. But I will find out, and I think tomorrow is the day I finally uncover this so-called kidnapper," Jackie said with determination. "Bring the wrapper, especially the part where the courier service details are printed." "It's lost," she blurted out. "What?" Jackie frowned. "Yeah, we already threw it away," she lied. "Are you serious? How could you? That thing could have given us a clue about who it was." He glanced at her but then did a double take. Her forehead was damp with sweat, her lips trembling. She looked terrified, as if she had committed murder. "Lavanya, are you okay?" She didn't respond, making him suspicious. "Lavanya? Huh? She hummed absent-mindedly. "Why do you look so pale? Are you scared of him?" Jackie asked. She shook her head. "Then what is it? You look like you've done something wrong." He chuckled. But the moment she turned to him with wide eyes, his expression shifted to serious. "Or, you did do something wrong. Are you feeling guilty about something?" Jackie's mind started racing, piecing things together, but before he could say more, Lavanya suddenly burst into tears, sobbing like a child. "What?" His eyes widened as the realization hit him. "Oh, the kidnapper wasn't real. No one stole your phone. You sent those texts. You were the one texting me?" His shock deepened with each sentence. "It was you? And your dad too?" The entire sequence of events replayed in his mind. The location. Those sudden replies. You getting your phone back within 2 days, no courier package. Now it all makes sense. You both lied. No, I was just teasing you, but it turned into a prank when you actually came to my apartment. My dad just helped me cover up my stupidity. I'm sorry, please, Lavanya pleaded. Do you have any idea how scared I was that day? Jackie paused when she sobbed again. Hey, it's okay. Pranks are meant to be scary. I'm not mad about this. But the other stuff, you know. Other stuff? She looked confused. Yeah. His voice turned husky. Other stuff. The texts you sent me. He leaned in closer. They were... Lavanya instinctively leaned back, trying to put some distance between them. But he kept moving closer and closer, and she swallowed nervously, blinking rapidly. Mr. Dawson. And then, he murmured, you showed up at my party in this hot outfit. He took in her scent, inhaling deeply. So, desperate, huh? Suddenly, a loud honk blared from behind their car, making both of them wince. It's late, sir. I should go home, she said quickly. Without another word, Jackie simply nodded with a smirk and drove out of the hotel premises. Jackie pulled up in front of Lavanya's apartment building. So, what should be your punishment? He asked suddenly. Punishment? Lavanya stammered. Yeah, punishment. His tone was calm, yet firm. For the prank the other day, and for the scene you caused at my bachelor party tonight, I'm not going to forgive you so easily. You will repay me for the trouble you caused, to me and my friend Miss Lavanya Verma. But it wasn't my idea to come to the party, she protested. After a brief moment of guilty silence, her voice softened with hurt. Okay, sir, I understand. I know I ruined your bachelor party. And I disturbed your night that day, too. Jackie secretly smirked, but quickly masked his expression. So, your punishment is... He trailed off, making her wait anxiously. Is a French kiss. She shivered. No, that's not right, she objected. Well, what you did to me wasn't right either. Jackie shrugged. Please, choose some other punishment, she pleaded. Nope, this is it. This is what you're going to do. He shook his head firmly. She stared at him in disbelief as he leaned in. So, your time starts now, he murmured. Mr. Dawson, please, we're not married yet, she stammered. We will be. You have doubts? He smirked. Still, no. She shook her head rapidly. Come on, a kiss won't harm anything. He rolled his eyes. You already owe me plenty of kisses. She blushed. But I'm not your wife yet, sir. I'm just an employee in your office. And there, office romance is a big deal. Did you forget about the neighborhood aunties? She reminded him. Oh, the headline makers? He chuckled. She nodded with a cute giggle and he joined in. Miss Lavanya Verma gave her boss a French kiss inside his car at midnight, just outside her apartment building. He mimicked a newsreader's voice. She giggled even more, and he did too. Then, after holding his gaze for a moment, she quietly got out of the car and shut the door behind her. We're getting married in 2 days, Miss Verma, Jackie called out as she hurried towards the stairs of her apartment building. You know you can't always run away from me. She couldn't resist turning back. Her cheeks were flushed red. With a shy smile, she ran upstairs. Jackie leaned back against his seat, sighing with a peaceful, happy, satisfied smile. My crazy Indian girl.